to say something?
Okay, first of all,
before I bring the hammer down.
It was maybe 3 or 4 hands. And when it got to him, he played as if it were poker. And he's like, oh, dealer's rules. I was like, this is not poker. We do not change rules in the middle of the game.
So he changed and was your daughter confused, upset, hurt, or did she not care because her dad is weird like all dads?
Probably the third.
Oh, Dad.
More that.
Was this a head-to-head game, or were there other teenagers involved?
No, just the 3 of us because we were out on family.
You were out on your vacation.
Yeah.
So what would you have me rule if I were to rule in your favor, Kay?
All I ask is if your 13-year-old daughter asks you to play a game, you play by her rules. If he had asked us to play his game, we'd play by his rules.
And Matt, how would you want me to rule if I were to order in your favor?
If the dealer wants to try something new, that it's okay.
Just say what you want. Your house, your rules.
Well, look, I am. Is this your only child?
This is our only child.
Yeah. Well, first of all, have fun raising a monster.
Oh, yes.
Speaking as an only child monster myself. But as
only children are known for comfortably negotiating interpersonal conflicts like these.
Ross and/or Carrie, do you have a thought about this dispute?
Well, this reminds me of one of those arguments where people are debating over who the 8th president was or something. It's easily resolved. You can go online and look up the official rules. Maybe that's not the question, though, in which case, if there's alternate rules, just alternate between games.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt about the official rules. I'm sure that Matt knows the official rules. His ability
to his daughter's school, that's where the rules were established.
I'm 100% with Matt.
Really,
Yeah.
Carrie?
Yeah. The rules are the rules. And half the fun of playing the game is being constrained by the rules and learning to be creative within them. Amen.
Her rules, your daughter's rules, do they end up in a fun game? Or does it ruin the dynamics of the game?
Just the dynamics of the family.
I think we heard it's insufficiently spicy.
Wait a second, do you lose regularly under her rules?
It's just a game of chance, so...
Okay, so it's not personal.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No, you just believe in rules and that they should be followed.
Yeah, this daughter can rename the game if she wants to play a different game with different rules.
You had really convinced me there, Carrie, but now you're starting to spin out of control.
If the game is war, now you call it Carrie's War. That's a good example.
Well, hey, it's like chess where there's alternate starts. You flip the pieces around. Just because you've done the regular rules, you're going to try something new and interesting. I think you can mix it up.
All of us, like you,
Yes,
Ross, have
and then
totally
you rename
mastered
them.
chess. Oh, this one again. Let's play it underwater now. All right, here's what I'm going to say. I very much appreciate your insight, you guys, because I was really about to bring the hammer down on Matt for being a controlling dad. Don't applaud yet. for being a dad who is not only a stickler for the rules, but also trying to hold on and control this child who is very rapidly not being a child anymore and is going to start making rules of her own, no matter what you say, Dad. But on the other hand, I think Carrie is kind of right, which is the fact is you need to know the rules before you can break them. I think as long as she knows what the real rules of the game are, then she can break them. If you're confident that she knows one game, you get one game under the regular rules, and then after that, it's time to let go, Dad. This is the sound of a gavel on you.
Matt
Also,
and
wait,
Kay.
hang on. One other thing. You need to play what Carrie said to your daughter. That was a very succinct, your first statement was very succinct.
Right about the one
Your
about
second one was unhinged.
Your second, no, right.
Renaming it Carrie's War. Okay,
Right.
Got it.
Right. Play the initial statement for your daughter because I think it's a very important, I think it's a true lesson in life. And then she'll fall in love with Carrie. and then play the second statement, and then everything will be unsure in her life for the rest of her life. All of her faith will be shaken. All right, thank you very much, you guys.
Matt and Kay, please welcome to the stage Beth and Kim.
Beth and Kim, welcome to the court of Judge John Hodgman. Who brings this case before me seeking justice?
I do.
And you are?
Kim.
Kim, state the nature of the dispute.
So Beth and I she's been one of my best friends for more than 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And
One of your best friends. I got it. Where does she fall?
There's a few.
Where
There's
does
a
she
few.
fall in the pecking order? Second, third, fourth?
top 4.
Top 4? Let the record show. Let the record show that Beth was very surprised to hear that.
There are
You
2
just
others in the
demoted
audience
Beth.
tonight.
You didn't know you were demoting Beth, but
She's not
Beth-
demoted. I didn't rank.
Was that?
I didn't rank.
Until now. No. Beth, where would you have thought you fell if you hadn't heard this?
Oh, where would I put myself?
Yeah. I mean,
Top 5. So I feel like I kind of moved up.
Oh, you moved up. Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Now
What is the nature of the dispute? She's one of your top 4 friends.
And we've been having slumber parties since we were like 12.
Delightful. Oh, wow. Very old friends. Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I accept in our group that my existence is to provide comedic material for Beth. She makes fun of me in my waking life most of the time, and
What do
that's
you mean
okay.
She makes fun of you. Oh, that's not the act of a top 4 best friend.
No, it's okay.
What does she do? She bullies you?
I mean, she's really funny. She has great jokes. They're just
At your expense. What is she like? What kind of? I mean, I know we'll get to the point of the case, but like, what other kinds of ways does she make you comedic material for her?
there's so many I can't even.
All right, then let's get to the
one.
specific dispute at the core of this case.
Okay, so when I'm asleep, I would like her to not make fun of me then and take horrible pictures of me.
Beth, do you take pictures of Kim while she's asleep?
I do. But not when she's sleeping in a bed like a normal person. I take pictures of her, well, I take pictures with her while she's sleeping in common areas or public places.
So, first of all, you're grown women having slumber parties, which is the greatest thing in the world.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
In Palm Springs.
In Palm Springs, how many people go to the slumber party?
7 or 8.
All
yeah.
right. Sometimes
The
it gets a
top
little,
7.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's 8 until Kim falls asleep. And Kim falls asleep early at these slumber parties. And then it's the funniest thing in the world to get next to her on the couch and take pictures of her while she's sleeping and then post them all over social media. No?
No, I don't post them on social media.
All right. And
I don't share them with anyone except the immediate group, but usually I just hold on to them and send them to her throughout the year.
Let the record show that Kim is smiling. She doesn't seem sad or violated. Although
right.
perhaps over the many, many years of your so-called friendship, Kim has been basically groomed into accepting her abuse.
Yeah. Little
You would
Stockholm.
like for this behavior to stop, Kim, is that correct?
When I'm vulnerable, I would like to be safe with my friends.
Right, when you're at your most vulnerable in your life, when you're asleep,
Yeah.
and trusting your body to the good nature of the world, hoping that a predator won't come and eat you or take a selfie with you, you would like to feel safe.
Yes.
Okay. Ross, Carrie, do you have a thought on this one?
I think back to first aid training where you're told, if somebody is choking